you awaken. But the day does not greet you with the sharpness of light. Instead, it brushes across your skin, like a memory you can't quite place. The air feels heavier, hushed, as if the sky itself is holding its breath. The moon has slipped into the waters of Pisces, and with it, so have you. In this moment, everything becomes softer. The edges blur, the noise fades, and a gentler realm begins to open. There is a presence that lingers beneath the surface, and if you listen closely, you will hear the hum of the unseen. Neptune hovers close, cloaked in veils of dream and echo, merging with the moon's delicate pull. This is not a transit you experience with the mind. No, it is your soul that recognizes it first. You may find yourself pausing for no reason, looking out the window a little longer, wondering why the world suddenly feels so unfamiliar, and yet it is deeply known. The stars are whispering now, not in logic, but in longing. Something stirs in the periphery of your awareness, a sacred call to remember who you were before you were born. This is the dream wave arriving. It doesn't crash, it caresses. It doesn't shout, it sings. A mystic tide has turned, and you are being invited to drift beyond the surface of your routine thoughts. There is no urgency here, only invitation. You are not being pushed. You are being gently pulled back into alignment with the eternal, and beneath all your roles, your plans, and your names, there is something ancient waiting to rise. You feel it not in thought, but in sensation, like a ripple moving through still water, like a breath you forgot you were holding. Feel it now. The cosmic shift is subtle, but real. The stars are speaking your language, not the language of words, but of vibration, of memory, of the sacred pulse that lives beneath all things. The sacred realignment has begun. And as the sacred realignment begins to stir beneath your skin, something within you shifts. You can't quite name it, but it's there. A slight heaviness in your chest, a sudden tenderness in your emotions. Tears may well without warning, not from pain, but from a strange and beautiful ache that feels older than you. It is not depression, it is remembering, a wave of feeling that comes not to drown you, but to cleanse you. The cosmic tide does not just move through the sky, it moves through you. The dreams become deeper, more vivid. Old memories rise, uninvited. You may find yourself nostalgic for people or places you never knew. Your body craves stillness. Your mind becomes fogged, and focus slips like smoke through your fingers. And yet, beneath the confusion, there is clarity being born. These sensations are not interruptions. They are sacred disruptions. The soul is recalibrating its song, tuning itself to a frequency more aligned with your truth. You are not broken. You are dissolving the illusions that once held you together. And that dissolution feels like undoing, like forgetting how to be the version of you the world expected. But in truth, this is grace. The ache is holy. It is the soul pressing up against the walls of the false self, asking to be freed. And though it may feel like you are falling apart, you are in fact falling inward, into the deeper you, the older you, the eternal you. This is the emotional echo of the cosmic signal, where the stars whispered, the body now responds. Do not rush to interpret. Do not run from the discomfort. Instead, soften into it. Let the ache be your oracle. Let your sensitivity speak. You are not malfunctioning. You are being reawakened. And as you soften into this reawakening, as you stop resisting the ache and begin to breathe with it, the mist begins to part. You catch glimpses now, not of answers, but of symbols. A feather on your path. A dream that lingers like perfume. A sudden feeling that you've lived this moment before. These are not coincidences. They are soul signposts, coded in myth and memory, rising from the depths of the dream field where Pisces and Neptune hold dominion. This is the soul's mirror, now unfolding before you. Not the reflection of your face, but of your frequency. The illusions of aspiration, success, and self-image blur in its waters. And what remains is essence. The archetype of the divine dreamer moves through you. The mystic child stirs within you. The forgotten oracle who speaks not in words, but in sensations, gently returns. These beings are not outside of you. They are your inner myth, made visible through this celestial alignment. Timelines twist here. Contracts made long ago hum back to life. People cross your path and stir a knowing in your chest. You feel an invisible thread tugging at you, reminding you that there is something to remember, something to reclaim. This is sacred déjà vu. Not confusion, but confirmation. You are walking in sync with your own prophecy, one step at a time. As the veils lift, you are not meant to analyze this. You are meant to receive it. Let the symbols do their work. Let the archetypes rise. Let the mirror show you the parts of yourself you forgot you carried. This moment is not random. It is sacred pattern, ancient poetry, unfolding itself through your breath. And in this symbolic mist, you are not lost. You are being shown the map in a language only the soul can read. And as the mist clears just enough to glimpse the map, etched in your soul's handwriting, you are asked not to follow, but to remember. This is not a time for logic, but for deep listening. The mirror of symbols has shown you what lies beneath the surface. Now, you are called to trust what you have seen, to surrender, not as a defeat, but as a divine act of return. The cosmic melody that has stirred in you since the moon entered Pisces is reaching its crescendo, and with it comes the invitation. Let go of who you thought you needed to be. Become who you already are. There is a truth rising inside you now, one that cannot be put into words, only felt like warm light spreading through a cold body. It tells you that all your searching, your striving, your self-doubt was never a mistake. It was the journey home to this very moment, where surrender is no longer a risk, but a recognition. You do not need to understand everything. You only need to feel your way forward, like fingers tracing sacred braille across the pages of your destiny. The soul longs not for perfection, but for presence. It asks you to stop hiding behind strength and allow yourself to be seen in your tenderness. This is emotional alchemy in real time. Grief turning to grace, fear transmuting into intuition. The divine within you does not rush. It waits with infinite patience for you to choose stillness over survival. And in that sacred pause, you will hear it. You are ready. You have always been ready. Let this message imprint itself on your heart. Let it echo through your breath and your bloodstream. What rises now is not a command, but a calling. You are being summoned by your own soul to live in truth, to feel with fullness, to walk forward, even with wet eyes and shaking hands. This is the holy softness, where the realignment becomes real. And now, as you stand trembling in the gentle hush of your own becoming, the soul asks one final thing. Anchor this. The celestial tide has washed you open. The ache, the symbols, the surrender, all of it has softened you into truth. But transformation lives not in the wave itself, but in what you choose to do once it passes. The portal is open, not outside you, but within you, and you are ready to step through. Begin by honoring what you feel. Light a candle at dusk, not to ward off darkness, but to welcome clarity. Let the flame reflect your essence, flickering, alive, ever-reaching. Sit in stillness, breathe. Let your hands rest upon your heart and speak to yourself like someone you are finally willing to believe. I remember who I am. I remember why I came. These are not affirmations. They are soul truths, waking up again through the vessel of your voice. Take a journal and write what moves through you. Not what you think, but what you feel. Let your pen be a priest, translating emotion into prayer. Walk barefoot if you can, even for a few steps. Touch the earth with reverence. She is your witness. She has held every version of you, and she will hold this one too. This new self, reborn through tenderness. There is no need to chase the vision. You are the vision. The realignment is already unfolding through every breath, every whisper of self-love, every sacred pause. Trust that what was stirred on this day will continue to ripple through the days ahead. You do not walk away from this moment unchanged. The stars have spoken, the soul has answered, and the mirror no longer hides. Close your eyes tonight with quiet reverence. Let this be your ritual, not to escape the world, but to remember how deeply you belong to it and to yourself.